Today we're opening what I think is one of the most controversial boxes of Pokemon TCG that I have ever seen. It is the absolutely massive Team Rocket's Moltres EX Ultra Premium Collection. I will say, box looks beautiful, great presentation. The whole thing is wrapped up in the price point behind this guy. So the way to find this box is find it in a reseller market, which is going to go for probably double or triple what it's actually supposed to be for retail. Or you could also pay at a markup to get it, because the only way you find this product is through GameStop in English, as far as I'm familiar. GameStop is the only way to get this, and because of that, GameStop has set the price on it. And as of recently, a lot of GameStop products have been coming in at about like 20 to 30% markup. So these ultra premium collections have been around for a little bit. I will say, and I can go into this more later, just with like the quality of them. I think the quality of like how the box is actually built is less than the Charizard one. I'll get into it now. There's a Charizard VMAX box that came out a few years ago, ultra premium collection, that I think had the best quality. You had these really good little sleeves. It had a fun, awesome art book in there for the art for the Charizards, if I remember right. And it's just a really like firm, like good construction. Like that box is not going to like dent or fall apart if like you banged it up slightly. So then the next year we got the Mew Ultra Premium Collection, which I can show because I have that on hand. It's kind of faulty and flimsy. Like this thing is like very bendable, and this is just like an easy to bend and squish like cardboard, I guess. Doesn't feel very ultra. Doesn't feel very premium, and I think we're on the same trend with this. And like that'd be fine and dandy. It was like, all right, fine, whatever. We'll pay the like 120 is the retail price for a ultra premium collection. Unless things came down or they couldn't move it. Like I think maybe the Greninja or the Terrapagos were down a little bit, and they were on more of a resell, like a cheaper sell, because they didn't have any promos in them that made them unique. So the Charizard one had three promos that were three different Charizard, VMAX, V Star, and some other third one, probably just a V, that were all completely unique promos. Then you had the Mew one that also had a unique Mewtwo and a unique Mew and a bunch of 151. So that had unique promos. And they had the Terrapagos and the Greninja that I think were still 120. I don't remember. I didn't pick either of them up. I will double check and I'll have the cross reference on the page. But they didn't have a unique promo. They had some cards that were already in sets, just printed as guarantees. This one is a bit of a hybrid. So I guess let's flip it over. I do love the R on the front there. I love how that glistens. It's kind of nice. So this, you get your normal like 18 packs. Like it gives you coins, dice. Doesn't look like they're metal. We had metal in the past, but that's maybe been a bit. The box itself, and you get these three promos, which are all the set cards. So it's like this is kind of like an in between with the Terrapagos. But this one's even like an SIR, like the highest rarity, one of the highest rarity cards in Destined Rivals. They all just have a Destined Rivals stamp on them. It's the only thing that makes them a little bit different. Otherwise, it is completely the SIR, which is why I wanted it, because I wanted the SIR in general. And I was like, well, it's guaranteed in this box, so that's nice. Prices of that, I believe, are plummeting as of right now. We'll have it up on the screen. We'll kind of show like a downward trend graph. There's going to be a lot of graphics for me. We're going to make it happen, though. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's the only unique things in here are these Moltres ones, and they're all card arts we've seen. So step up from the Terrapagos and everything, but step back there. And that again would be fine if it was still at 120. But the biggest problem is that GameStop gets to set the price of this thing. They're the only ones selling it, and they always sell it a markup. So my guess is it's supposed to be 120, but they're selling it that slight markup. So this is $160. Insane. I was like, I almost didn't want this at all. I didn't want to do it. It is Christmas time. I wanted to treat myself. I did want the promo in there anyway. And I was like, I feel like I got to talk about this because it's a slippery slope. I don't think, especially, I think if you are going to give retail exclusivity for product, like I think there's definitely been some in the past, even in recent memory. I'm trying to think. There might have been something that was exclusive to Best Buy, or like they got first dibs. But if you're going to give exclusivity to someone, they should not have the right to then immediately sell it at a markup. That's absolutely insane. And I will say, like in general, the units, mine was already like pre-opened anyway, so no point in even keeping it sealed if I wanted to. They didn't quite give it right. And they've been doing this a lot of their stuff. Like I know, like the Charizard one from there, I think was sitting at 190, which again, baffling to me. When like, okay, granted, the Charizard box does have two new unique promos, which is awesome. It feels very akin to the Mew one. I'd give it to the Mew one, not like the old Charizard box, but it feels akin to the Mew one. And we'll see with construction when we get into there. But it's just like mind-boggling to me that you're going to give a company something and then just be okay with it, that they're selling it at a markup. Like, I don't know. If I'm the Pokemon company, like that's it. That's a slap on the wrist immediately. Like you either sell it at MSRP. Like it just again, I'm even having a hard time just searching in general. Like this is just more of a me gripe. like everywhere. I can't find anything for the right price at all. I have to try to find it on Pokemon Center's website, and even then, half the time I can't find the listing. Um, how do I even open this in the first place? I shouldn't be talking and doing this at the same time. That's definitely for sure. What is even going on here? How do you? I don't want to like damage it. I don't know what the. All right, we're gonna maybe pull this off camera here so I can. Is it a slide out? Oh, it is a. Oh, it is a slide out. The R is stuck. Okay, yeah, I see the problem here. Okay, yeah, it's the R logo. There we go. Okay, so this thing's just like an outer shell wrapping, has the kind of cool Moltres on it, slides out, tells you about what's in the box, and then this is really the box. Okay, so it kind of has like an open up feature, right? So we do a little bit of this and a little. Yeah, and this is also what I've been hearing about. Bro, are you like you're gonna call this a premium product and all of my cards are like fucking jimmying out onto the top here, bro? Like that's absolutely nuts. So this is the presentation for the promo. I didn't want to pull it down because it's gonna injure it more. Okay, we're gonna move this off to the side. That's absolutely ridiculous. It definitely is the worse squishy material. So it's basically the same construction as the 151 one. It looks like you get a cool little deck box here. Very, very nice. Sure. Again, like all this stuff, like in a vacuum, this sounds great, but at that price point, it's absolutely absurd. Like not even a metal coin, random fire coin that like I think it's just a rehash of the 151 one, just with some like sparkles on it, is what it seems. The basic, like you get these in every single ETB, whether that be Pokemon Center, not Pokemon Center, pretty standard and like I nice dice, but again, this is like an ETB dice that you would normally see. And then otherwise, I'm guessing it's the playmat, which again, good because we don't always get playmats in a lot of the products. I'll actually slide it out just for the sake of seeing what it is. It's pretty much what I expected. It's the Rockets. We've had cooler playmats in the past. I'll put up maybe some of the other ones that came with the other boxes. I kind of wish they did what they did for the Charizard VMAX one, I think it was. They made it the VMAX card art, but expanded. This instead, they just went for the muted box art that they typically do for like the printing on the ETB, or in this case, the printing on the box, because it's on this box like 17 times. It's once on this flap, it's once on the front. All right. Yeah. Again, I wouldn't be as much of a hater on this thing if it wasn't for the price point. That's strictly it. And I can only blame GameStop because GameStop is slowly turning into a basically just like TCG market. Like they're turning into your collectible shop down the road. Not even like your I mean, they're trying to do it under the guise of like I know they have events to play and whatnot, but they're selling things for a price that wouldn't be your local shop who's trying to help you play and whatnot. You know, like they're not your most friendly card store, is how they feel. And I think this is just a brick of packs, which actually looks kind of goofy. I like it. I do like this. This is silly enough. How do we get into this though without I mean I guess it really doesn't matter, right? Like it's just a brick of okay, there wow, okay, look at that. Look at this sandwich here. Mm-mm. Yeah, okay. At least we get to have fun and open some stuff. But like, this is kind of your last saving grace, right? Like, if you're basically looking to pull an SIR or some sort of maybe just chase art rare or bust. That's pretty much it. I saw one girl who I think just pulled like a Fanfi art rare and maybe a couple EXs, and that was it. So you're at the mercy of that. And then on top of this, I mean, like maybe what's the packs? Because like maybe like when the 151 one came out, hey, 151 is hard to come by. We're really stoked that we get all 151 in that. Being that this is a Destined Rivals Pokemon and like card in general, you'd think, well, probably going to beat a lot of Destined Rivals, but it's not actually. It's I think two of everything, right? Is it two? Let's actually just put it in the center here. Two Mega Evolution. Actually, this works because we'll go oldest to newest. Two Destined Rivals. Four Surging Sparks. You can't be bothered to put four of the namesake. Four Journey Together, okay, and then is it wait, is it stop? How much Twilight? Four of this. Yeah, they couldn't actually be bothered to give you more of the newer set. You're getting more of the older. Wait, how much Twilight is that? Is that six? Bro, like what is this? Like you're telling me you couldn't put more of the newer set? Like, why do we get more of the older Twilight Masquerade? That's kind of all right. So even that, yeah, on top of that pack assortment, not fantastic. Like, I think they really just dropped the ball in this box in general. I'm assuming this code card is for online. You get all of the promos, hopefully stamped. I haven't played too much of the new client in a while, but I'm hoping that like the stamps actually showing it because I know a lot of promos that like had extra stuff on it. They were doing a pretty bad job of actually getting it to rendering client. But lately, when I've been opening stuff, it seems like it's been a bit better. But yeah, there's the basic Team Rockets Moltres. It's even the set one. It even shows that it's the set one. And let me try to see if I can like see, did the card get goofed up in there? No, this one, but this one was all the way down at the bottom. The scarier part is that the SIRs on the top were not held down. I think they should have had some sort of tab or something above it to help protect these, because that's yeah, it's they're just downright in like a slid in sleeve. Whew, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's good enough. Whatever. I wish I had. I need to go back and look at a video of the UPC presentation for the Mew one, because was that as egregious? I have no idea. That's the card that you're all here to look for. Look at that. It still has the beautiful texture. I like the stamps on it. I think it adds something. I'm just maybe a sucker for those reverses that used to have the stamps way back when. So yeah, I'm happy because I got this and I get a bunch of booster packs to open. Good enough for me, and I'm in a position where I was able to do it, to buy this product right now. But like, I can't reasonably recommend anybody go out and grab this. I don't understand. Like even because I know it should be 120 because the Charizard one on the Pokemon Center website was 120, and it's basically the same assortment of stuff. I actually have it to open. That'll probably be a follow up to this. I don't know when that'll come out, but I definitely want to use that as a comparison because these are two products coming out the same exact year for a $40 upcharge from a different company that's exclusively selling it. I just think that they should have also been on the the Pokemon Center website. I think if they did that, I would have been a lot more content because at least gave you an option, and then you could choose to not deal with GameStop because they because they suck sometimes. Again, I hate it because I was starting to give GameStop some praise for actually getting product in, having like a very streamlined schedule. I was like, if they are going to become a hobby store, like at least they're doing it well. But they were at least selling it for around MSRP, and like I started noticing just slippery slope where it just kept going up, and it just kept going up, and now ETBs that they're selling are double the MSRP, and that was definitely not what I was buying them at when I was going there to get them. I have not entertained any of those, but like I think I was finally at a tipping point with this one to where I was like, we need to now we need to now talk about this a little bit. I don't know. I think that's all the negativity have gotten me for this video. I think really now the biggest thing is going to be going to be a crazy recap when we see A, how much the promo is worth, and B, just how little you get out of packs. Because again, you can't reasonably rely on these. Like really, your only value here, I think, is coming out of the playmat and the big promo. That's really it. Like the box, sure. I mean, you could kind of use it for storing, but I don't think it's the best. Like I'm trying. Honestly, I want to pick up another Charizard one empty just so I can store it because I was using the shelves in there actually to store all of my promos. Like if any, actually tip for anybody if you're trying to store it, like your promos that are still in the plastic. Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's the best thing to do, but I like to keep them in the plastic just because I don't know. I just like that they're still like sealed, and if there's ever one I don't want, like I could just keep it in there and maybe get a little bit more bang for my buck, or just you could trust that it's not been like tampered or played with or whatever. Like it's still fresh. So I found a way to do it with team bags and some of these like top loader kind of things to put it behind it. Problem is they don't fit really well anywhere, but they do fit incredibly well into the little shelves that come in the Charizard box. So that's been a God. Is it okay? So that was that was six Twilight with absolutely nothing to show for it. That was all just duds. Okay. Um, yeah, no, I don't feel comfortable storing in the other UPCs. They don't have any shelves. They don't have any like easy storage space. It's just a big empty box that just seems like it's meant to be thrown out. And this one has at least a big like rocket button on it that feels like a bit more well constructed, but the rest of the box is still just a nothing easy to break cardboard box. Like the Charizard one feels sturdy. Like I trust that nothing in there is going to get damaged. I cannot say the same for any of these other ones that they've done since then. I don't know what happened. Come on, man. Okay, now I'm actually starting to lose it. Now that I'm done talking, let's actually focus on this. What is going on here? Come on. We have a whole second half of a box, I think. I don't know how close we are down to 18, but oh, I'm getting a little scared now. I want to see something. Like at least show me some EXs, something, man. This is like okay. We got yep, okay, cool. We got at least an art rare. We got something to start. Oh, look how chibi that is. That's very cute. Is she like sitting in the wing? Okay, yeah, that's fun. That's all right. We like it. Pop colors pop, and I definitely did not have this card. So cool. That's something. One more journey together. Can we see? What am I even looking for out of this one? Because I have the Salamence, I have the Iono's Belly Bolts. I forget what the other card. I guess the End Zoroark, because that's definitely going to be the most playable coming up. Because I think with our new special. I didn't realize it. So the new set that's coming out, I didn't realize was a specialty set at all. I just thought it would, because like honestly, like Phantasmal Flames just felt like such a dud to me. That's a whole other video in itself. But like, there's just barely any cards in it, and it felt like it was half a set. I was like, oh, we're just getting the other half of the actual set. But no, it's like the next set is going to be like a celebration of all of the gimmicks that have come out recently. So we're going to get terrestrialized Pokemon. Way we got the Execute. I've definitely had this before, but I do think it's very cute. They're all just kind of spacing out on the tennis court. I guess they're all doing different sports and they're all tired from it because eggs definitely play every sport. It's a known fact. Cool, put that there. What was I saying about that though? Gosh, okay, yeah, there's too much going on, too much to think about. What was it? Oh my gosh, wow, yeah, I completely lost train of thought. I don't know. It's gone. There was something, but then the eggs just took it completely away from me. Oh yeah, yeah, new specialty set. Oh, now it's gonna take it away from me again. This is an SIR, right? This is just the okay. I think this is just the full art actually, but that's a very clean one. I like all the lights and the disco light show in the background. Very nice. Leaves us appeal. Okay, but yeah, that new set coming out is going to feature yeah all that stuff. It's gonna have terrestrialized Pokemon. It's gonna have end Pokemon and whatnot. The reason it's kind of cool is there's a new promo in there that's a new Ends Pokemon, and it matches really well into Zoroark as an attacker, because Zoroark can just copy any of the other Ends Pokemon's attacks. So gives him some more viability coming up soon. But we didn't pull it, so it doesn't matter anyway. And is that the end of my surging? Nope, we got yeah, and then we're down to just four: the two Destiny and the two Mega Evolution, which are probably I mean, in my eyes, they're the more coveted sets that I'm interested in opening. I don't think I needed six of the Twilight. I think that's kind of egregious to give like almost like a year, 2 year old set that much space. Very, very bizarre. Ooh, Black Curum. Very cool. Again, pretty card. I do. Oh yeah, I like the ones when they're not 5 band graphics when they're doing the EXs. That's a very good like 2 dimensional hand drawn. I like it. I like it a lot. Maybe it's not hand drawn. I don't know how art works, but still, I like that it doesn't have that like very 3D blobby artwork from the video games. Like, who cares about the video game artwork in its current state? Bring me back the old 8-bit. Give me the bit graphic card, Pokemon, please. All right, then we get our two Destin rivals. Oh, Misty's Lapras. I didn't even know this was a card. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, and she's like sleeping next to the Lapras. That's wonderful. Oh, that's really cute. Nice. Okay, you know what? At least if we're getting hits, most of them have been art rares. So I will take that all day. Cool. And maybe we could do one more of Destin and then two Mega Evolution, which I want like everything out of. Every illustration rare out of that set is awesome. Another reason I like Phantasmal, I think, other than the Charizard, the other artworks got kind of like they get kind of shafted. There's not a lot of like really fun or diverse elements to them. Kind of boring. Ooh, Regirock, Regicharge, yeah, pretty normal. Stage 2 Pokemon. Ooh, okay. He's just like a FU. I'm gonna hit you really hard if you've evolved. Attaching 2 basic energy cards from discard to this Pokemon. Okay. So he's self-sufficient. I like him. I like him as a big basic. That's cool. And then we get our 2 Mega Evolution, and we're going to go through a very long and extensive, lengthy recap on everything in this box, including the coins, dice, all that extra fun jazz that you get in here. Please, please give me something out of Mega. One more thing to make it worthwhile. Okay, set score. Another Jinx, and Mega Lucario, baby. That's not exactly what I was looking for, but we'll take it. I think I almost have a playset of these guys. It's like my third, I think, and I haven't even opened that much Mega. All right, one more final pack out of this giant box. I mean, at least 18 boosters is a good amount. Like, still, and it's $160. Like, you might as well just go out of your way. What is the Destin Rivals booster box right now? Like, it almost feels like that's more attainable, and you get 36 packs. Just do that, honestly. Which is worse because you got to borrow the secondary market because they're gone. That's it. Okay, rant over. Oh my god, I feel like I'm still fuming. But yeah, let me know how your Black Friday went. Did you pick one of these up? What did your store have? Like, because mine had like 250 of these boxes. Like that's how you know they were directly just allocating them. They were able to fill that many into one store, and yeah, they still sold a ton. So it scares me, and I know I partly aided it, but I was hoping that this video could at least be a warning. So that was the reason to purchase. But yeah, scary how many people just genuinely wanted to pick it up and pay for it at that price. So who knows where it's going to go from here? A little spooky, but yeah, I hope GameStop doesn't. I hope they get a slap on the wrist for this from hopefully the Pokemon Company, because I think that's pretty much the only person who can make them answer for this by not giving them exclusivity rights to a product anymore. That's my take. But let's do a recap, and we'll see you guys in the next video.